Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts for this special LPS media broadcast. We have the Intramural Basketball Championships for the middle schools of the city of Lawrence. Today we'll have the Parthum Middle School against the Guilmette Middle School in girls, and then the Parthum against the Guilmette again in boys. So we'd like to thank you for watching this LPS media broadcast. We'll go with the girls game first, followed by the boys. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll be right back with the start of this game. And welcome back, Lancer fans. Thank you so much for joining us here on LPS Media. We are just about set to get underway with this championship game. The Guilmette Middle School in white and the Parthum Middle School in blue. Once again, my name is Jay Oza, here with you for all the play-by-play commentary. Please be sure to check out the girls' intramural championship basketball game, which just concluded. The Guilmette Middle School came up with the victory. We have a very special guest referee, and you see him in the center of your screen. It is head coach of the Lawrence High Lancers boys basketball varsity team. That's Raymond Nunez, and we are underway with a 3-ball from the Guilmette Middle School. 3-0, Guilmette on top. Guilmette serving as the visiting team and the Parthum serving as the home team. Another 3, and that one is up, and it is good. And we are tied up at 3 apiece here. What an excellent start to this basketball game. I think it's safe to say that we're going to see a fair amount of outside shooting in this one. Three to 3 here in the opening moments of this ball game. Nice drive, and into the basket is Angel Vasquez. He gets 2 off the glass, and it's 5-3. Guilmette on top. Bringing the ball up for the Parthum is number 14, Nathan LeBoy. Inbounding here under the basket for the Parthum is Rashid Carpenter. Carpenter throws it away, and it's a race to the basketball. That's a tip ball. Parthum comes up with it. It was Vasquez who was trying to go in for the layup. And in goes Nathan LeBoy with purpose. But we have a foul called here, and it's going to go on Angel Vasquez. Here is Carpenter. Rashid Carpenter, number 23 in blue, kicks it out to Caban. Caban driving baseline, pulls up. He's small, but he can dribble. Here's Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz traveled with it. You don't want to argue with this ref. This ref could be your varsity coach someday. But head coach Nunez does a good job to explain the call to De La Cruz. It's probably in his best interest to Nunez to explain to his future players. Can't be traveling with the basketball, so everybody wins here today, this afternoon at Lawrence High. Parthum comes up with a steal. It's Caban. Caban sends it to LeBoy. LeBoy, long 3. Can't get it to go, back rim. Nice rebound, though, by De La Cruz. De La Cruz puts it up off the glass, and he gets 2. 5-5 here in the early going. 12 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. Drive here for Vasquez, too hard off the glass. Nice board by LeBoy. LeBoy, coast to coast, puts it up. He gets 2, hits the deck, gives the Parthum the lead. It's 7-5. 12 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Vasquez passing underneath. It's Rosario. Rosario trying to go to work here, looking for someone to pass to, and he double dribbles. And that's a turnover. Parthum is going to take over. And Nathan LeBoy will bring the ball up here. LeBoy passes it off. And that pass is passed up, and it's good off the baseline. Parthum gets 2 there. Vasquez for 3, can't get it to go here in this 9-5 ball game. Rebound is loose. Traveling violation on Brian Perez. Perez did a nice job to come up with the rebound, but he took 1 step. Joining us here on the broadcast is Junior Dela Cruz. Junior, what do you think it's like for these kids to get a little bit of experience on their high school home court? Junior, tell us about your career. You played for the varsity football team, and was there any experience either playing football or any other sports in middle school that helped you become a varsity athlete? Indeed. Carlos Dela Cruz comes up with a bucket for the Parthum. That gives the Parthum Panthers an 11-5 lead here with 10 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Vasquez inbounding for the Guilmette. Baseline shot, no good. But the rebound is put up and in by number 9, Brian Perez. Under 10 minutes to play in the first half now. Nathan LeBoy passes it off. Greg DeRoysers has it now. He goes to the basket, puts it up on the baseline, no good. Rebound goes to the Guilmette. Long pass up ahead to Medina. Medina passes inside, and number 9, Brian Perez gets the finish. That was a nice finish. Number 14, Nathan LeBoy, goes into the paint. He puts it up, can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. First free throw is good here. Nathan LeBoy gives his Panthers a 12-9 lead. Second free throw, no good. Nice rebound here by the Guilmette. Long pass up ahead. Drive attempt is no good. Rebound Parthum. And here come the Panthers. It's 12-9 here in the early going. 9 minutes to go until halftime. DeRoysers under the basket, kicks it out. Jump shot is up, and it's good.
And that will be something very well to go into his career as he trains to go up to a varsity player on this field.
For sure. 14-9 after that bucket. Kicks to the outside. No good off the glass. That was Medina who could not bank it home, and the Parthum comes up with the rebound. DeRoysers, did he step on the line? No, it's a double dribble violation.
And only the refs know what we've seen, and the refs are the ones that make the call. And there's not really much a player can do when a ref calls a call like that, you know?
Guilmette basketball here. Medina passes it out, gets it to Tejada. Here's Perez, can't get it to go, partially blocked. Yes, indeed, there was a tip on that ball. That's a pretty sick block.
It was a pretty sick block. You know, defense is what you really need to try to like come up from something like this, you know, especially when the team is like this good.
Here's Perez. Perez goes into the paint, he gets it to go, and he draws the foul. He's got a chance for an and one.
Harder shot.
No, I take that back. The foul was called on the floor before the shot, so the basket will not count, and the Guilmette will inbound from the baseline. Stolen by the Parthum. In here comes DeRoysers. And that's good for two. Parthum goes up 16-9 here with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice layup. You know, you really got to work hard to get past defenses like this.
Nice drive to the inside. And 2 points here for the Guilmette. 16-11 our score, a 5-point lead for the Parthum. Crazy baseline shot is no good. Rebound Parthum, and that is up and good for number 34, Juan Garcia.
Juan Garcia making shots in. That's very nice. Good layups.
Blocked here by the Parthum, and the Panthers have a 7-point lead here. 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go before halftime. Garcia passes it out. 3-ball comes up short. Nice rebound there. Put back, no good for De La Cruz. De La Cruz gets it back, shoots for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound Guilmette, and it's out to number 2, Richard Tejada gets the basket.
It's a lot of momentum that goes into when you try to make a pass like that. Like just how the Parthum had the ball right there, you got to make sure to remember that at any moment they could take the ball right back and score it like they just did there.
Indeed, and Parthum trying to get that momentum right back, not able to finish it there, but Nathan LeBoy finds his way to the free throw line. First free throw comes up short. And we have a violation here against the Parthum, so he'll forfeit his second free throw. 18-15, Parthum has a 5-point lead in a very fast-paced first half. Junior, what do you think? This championship game is just flying by already. Just over 5 minutes to go in the half.
Well, once again, it comes at some momentum, you know. Like the Guilmette might have a 5-point lead right now, but at any moment, just the Parthum could come up and make some really good layups and really good hoops, and it's just too much of a distance that it can easily get taken and swooped up by.
5 minutes, 17 seconds to go here in the first half. Guilmette basketball. They're down only 5. Stolen here by the Parthum. Jose Caceres can't finish it, but he gets his own rebound. Caceres kicks it. Baseline floater is no good. Second attempt, no good. That's a nice block there by the Guilmette, but the Parthum still with it. LeBoy leaves it. No good there on the baseline jumper. And with 4:40 to go until halftime, the Guilmette trying to cut into this 5-point lead. 3-ball is up. It's no good. And the Guilmette Middle School is able to draw a foul here. 2 free throws coming up for the Guilmette.
Switch sides real quick. It's just I can't even hear you. So if you're on this side, and I can at least take a break there, open so I can hear what you're saying. You take a break there, or?
4:27 to go here. We have a timeout called by the Parthum bench. Parthum Panthers leading by 5. Junior, what did you make of that girls' game? It was exciting. It came down to the very, very last moment, and the Guilmette came up with the win.
Well, it's just the whole, you can think that you're on top at one moment, but then when you really think of it, you have to try to make sure that you stay in that lead. Because at any moment, that score can be taken down, you know? And that's what you have to play to the very last play, you know?
For sure, and whatever team ends up with the championship trophy on the boys' side, I'm sure they'll be a proud team. But imagine if the Guilmette comes up with the sweep. Boy, that would be the place to be tomorrow morning, don't you think?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Brian Perez, he can't get the first free throw to go. Again, he's trying to cut into this 5-point lead. Makes the second. 18-14 is our score now. 4 minutes, 22 seconds to go until halftime. LeBoy drives, can't finish. Fast break here for the Guilmette. And we're gonna have a jump ball here. Omar Medina on the drive, got tied up by the Parthum.
I think that the Guilmette's defense has been really helping them keep this lead up against them. Because you see the Parthum keeps, and they have very good players, you know, they keep trying to rush it in. But as long as the Guilmette keeps a good defense, they'll be able to keep this lead that they got going on.
Guilmette defense, indeed, they have been able to hold the Parthum to 18. Make it 20, though, as I believe that was Nathan LeBoy gets the layup, and he's pretty fired up, nodding his head as he gets back on defense. Can the Guilmette respond here? Yes, indeed. It's number 16, Dariel Rosario.
You know, when shots like that, it's a really good feeling, you know, and you just want to keep making more and more shots like that. You know, as the person that's on top and just made a shot, whether you're on the losing side or the winning side, you just got to make sure that you keep bringing in these baskets, keep making these baskets, you know, because then that's what's really going to win this game.
3 minutes now, just under 3 minutes actually to go here until halftime. It is 20-16, very evenly matched game here between the Parthum and the Guilmette. Once again, the Guilmette Middle School in white and the Parthum Panthers in blue. At the line is number 1, Nazario Betancourt. Swish on the first free throw. And we will have a timeout here with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go until halftime. The Parthum Panthers leading 20-17, and we'll take this opportunity to remind you viewers, check us out on YouTube, the LPS Media official YouTube channel. All you need to do is find it by searching Lawrence Public Schools. You can see all kinds of games, football, basketball, volleyball, boys and girls sports. Even soccer you can find there. You can even find my good friend Junior Del La Cruz playing for the boys varsity football team. Am I right, Junior?
Yes, you can. Play varsity D-line number 78. I personally myself am subscribed because I enjoy watching the Lancers go, and I just enjoy following my team. Go Lancers.
You got to subscribe. You have to. If you care about Lawrence Public Schools and you want to see all of the wonderful things that our students are capable of, please check it out and subscribe. Don't forget about our local channels on Comcast and Verizon. Back to the action, though. Number 3 for the Parthum, Greg Destroysers. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but Greg, you're having a heck of a ball game here. Off the glass, no good there for Medina. Up to DeRoysers for 2. He gets the layup. 24-18 here with 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining until halftime.
And you can just imagine the initiative that the player gets, you know? He really has that whole, I want to make more baskets right now. I want to win this game. I'm not going to let myself be defeated, you know?
Indeed, and seeing that attitude for middle school kids, it's just awesome. It's infectious. It almost inspires me to grab that basketball, jump right on the court. Nice layup there by Nathan LeBoy, extending the lead for the Panthers. It's 26-18. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go until halftime. Guilmette basketball. No good there off the back rim. Nice rebound there by Brendan Ortega, number 50, but the Guilmette is able to get it back. Here's Medina. Medina with the drive. Oh, what a drive. Omar Medina, excellent slashing through the paint, and it's stolen by the Guilmette. They'll have another possession here. Down by 6, 1:15 to go until halftime. Stolen by the Parthum, and a fast break up the other way. Off the glass, and good for 2. Score the bucket, and an and one opportunity for the Parthum.
And that's just, the Parthum has that winning mentality in their head. Even though they're down by 8 points, you know, some of them might be getting tired, they still want to win this game. They still do not want to be defeated, you know?
Parthum leading here by 8. Trying to make it 9, indeed. And DeRoysers, he's on fire here today. Greg DeRoysers, number 3 in blue, makes it a 9-point game. His Panthers are on top. And let's see if the Guilmette can answer here with less than a minute to play. Baseline shot, no good. Rebound is loose. DeRoysers comes up with it. Can he stay in bound? Yes, he can. 45 seconds on the clock. Here comes LeBoy, but the dribble was out of control, and that's going to be a traveling violation. Clock running here, 30 seconds to go. Stolen by LeBoy, and he gets to the basket for 2. Excellent defense by LeBoy, and he finishes the job. Stolen again by the Parthum. No good there, but a foul is drawn.
Usually, you know, that kid has, number 24, he has such that mentality now. He has that, I'm not going to let you do that. This is my house now. And when you get into a game, you just have to have that beast mentality. You have to be ready to conquer a game.
Yes, he is absolutely fired up. I wish his name was on the roster so we could give him the props he deserves. He came in, tried to block that open layup. He was able to get contact with the ball, but he was also guilty of the foul. The Parthum is making a run here. They're up by 12, make it 13 as we go towards halftime. 19.3 on the clock. Long pass here. Parthum bringing press, and the Guilmette takes advantage. 33-22, under 10 seconds to play. 5 seconds to play. Parthum needs to put up a shot. It's a backcourt violation, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Parthum Panthers lead it 33-22. We're going to take a short halftime break. We'd like to thank you for joining us. For my partner, Junior De La Cruz, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the second half. And welcome back, basketball fans. Thank you for joining us here on LPS Media. The Parthum Panthers in this championship game have a 33-22 lead here, and I am joined by special guest Joe Petrosino. The kids call him Petro, but we're going to keep it official here. Mr. Petrosino, just tell us a little bit about the logistics that go into an event like this. It must not be easy to put an event like this together.
Well, to tell you the truth, I get a lot of assistance from the athletic director, Jimmy Licciardi, and as well as the custodial staff that does a great job. This winter was pretty tough because we had a couple cancellations at the beginning of the school year, so we had to really cram the games in on 2 other days. This is officially the 4th day we've had this tournament, and like I said, we have to really work well with the high school in order to get all this taken care of.
3 ball is good for the Guilmette, sets our score at 33-25. Now, Joe, you've been able to add a couple teams from Methuen to enter into this intramural league here. as the Guilmette is trying to get back into this game here. Just tell us a little bit about how you got those teams in Methuen involved, and how does it feel to be growing this program? It's awesome.
Well, this past summer I worked with Kevin O'Loughlin. He's the physical education teacher at the Timony, and he approached me about maybe playing some pickup games. And I said, well, why don't you just, enter the Intramural basketball league? He said, well, that'd be great. I said, well, and I asked him to also get the Marsh and the CGS and the Timony as well, but the Tenny. But unfortunately, CGS and Tenny couldn't do it. However, I was told through the grapevine that the CGS and Tenny are really interested in joining next year. Adding those two teams has really done a lot for us as well, because it really broadens the competition. I think these boys and girls get a chance to play against other cities. They get to meet new people, see what it's like in different cities.
That was an excellent 3-ball off the glass there by the Parthum. Just as the Guilmette is trying to get right back into this game, the Panthers are trying to take over. And it's 36-27 here with 13:45 to go in this championship game here. The Panthers are going to get to the line. Now, Joe, can you tell us a little bit about other opportunities, other sports that these middle school students have a chance to play? Because I'm sure there are people watching who enjoy watching basketball. Maybe that's not their sport. What other sports are there for our middle schoolers in the city of Lawrence to play?
In the spring, we're going to offer boys and girls volleyball. And we're also going to offer boys and girls track and field. The boys and girls track and field will take place out here at the Veteran Memorial Stadium. And we will also travel to Andover and North Andover to participate in some of their track and field events. The boys and girls volleyball will take place here at the high school on Saturdays. I'm also trying to get the Methuen schools to participate in that as well. In the fall, well, to tell you the truth, fall is probably the really busiest time of the year, because we have flag football, we have tennis, we have boys and girls soccer, we have field hockey, we have boys and girls cross country. So, I might have missed one or two there, but as you can tell, we really do have a lot to offer these children.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you'd be happy to tell us a little bit about the amazing work that your coaches do. First of all, how do you go about finding coaches? That can't be easy. And then just tell us a little bit about the work that they do to get these kids ready for these big games.
Sure. The coaches are all teachers, as well as the officials. We put postings out, and a lot of these coaches have been doing it for years now, as well as the officials. So they really grew, a really good rapport with the students, and they really hold these students to a higher standard. What we try to do is we try to emulate a high school team, so that way the students have to follow the rules the high school player would have to follow. And the boys and girls look up to these coaches, because they know that if they don't respect schoolwork as well as the adults, but they're probably not going to play on a Saturday.
Our score here getting close here down the home stretch, 37-31. Panthers still ahead. The Panthers are coached by Gannon Paris and Richard Sierra. Shout out to them. And Eric Garcia coaches the boys Guilmette team. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'll tell you right now, these coaches do a fantastic job with these kids. They really put the time in with these children. I'd be willing to bet some of these coaches practice with them 2 or 3 times a week in order to prepare, and they really sacrifice time with their own families. But being a teacher and being a coach, I think that's what it's all about. You really have to love the children to do this type of work, and I'll tell you, these coaches and officials are top notch.
Absolutely. Big time shout out to all these coaches who get these students, student athletes, I should say, ready for these big games. 39-31 our score now. I got a couple more questions for you, Joe. First off, is this the biggest event of the year for you? And if not, then what might be?
No, this is definitely the biggest event. Typically, the city of Lawrence, we love our basketball. And, every team has probably anywhere from 20 to 25 kids on the team. And we have anywhere from 20 to 21 teams in the league, combined both boys and girls, as well as cheerleading. Cheerleading, they have anywhere from 25 to 30 participants as well, with 9 teams participating. So this is definitely the largest event that we have. And if you look in the crowd right now, you see students, you see parents, and I have to be honest with you, I'm really impressed by the turnout tonight.
It's an excellent turnout. It was last year. It is this year. It will be again next year. All right, Joe. Last question for you, all right? I'm going to put you on the spot. It's 45-31 after that 3-ball. Do you have any rooting interest in this Guilmette versus Parthum day? The Guilmette won for the girls. This game is obviously still up for grabs. Do you have any rooting interest, or do you want to try and stay even?
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm friends with both coaches, so I'm going to stay neutral on this because I'm a Weatherby teacher as well, so I root for the Weatherby. How's that?
There you go. That's a perfect answer.
Because they're not in this.
There you go. So we would like to thank you so much, Joe Petrosino, for joining us here on LPS Media and putting this whole event together. Thanks again.
Thank you.
That is Joe Petrosino here on LPS Media. He's always welcome to join us here in the booth, or at the broadcast table, I should say. Well, back to the action here, and we missed a little bit of action, but you were able to tune in and watch all of it. Both of these teams shooting well from the outside, and it's just a frantic pace. Back and forth they go. And just like that, I look up and there's already only 10 minutes, 18 seconds before the champion is crowned. That was Angel Vasquez. Vasquez driving to the basket. He draws the foul. That foul comes with exactly 10 minutes to go until trophy time. Parthum Panthers leading this one 45-31. Angel Vasquez, though, doing his part, trying to get Guilmette back into this thing. He makes it 45-32. And he's got another free throw opportunity. Under 10 minutes to play now. Parthum Panthers have themselves a 12-point lead. It's up in the air and it's no good. That shot put up by the Parthum. Guilmette down 12 to the basket and good for two. Angel Vasquez. Now it's only a 10-point lead for the Parthum. No good there on the drive by LeBoy. Vasquez, long pass up. Baseline shot, no good. Here's Dela Cruz, leaving it for LeBoy. LeBoy across to DeRoysers, no good. Three ball is no good, tipped away. Rebound by DeRoziers. Here comes DeRoziers, he passes it up to Carpenter. Carpenter off the glass for two. Lancers always looking for a big man inside, and Rashid Carpenter does a great job to finish that. We would like to remind you, myself, on behalf of Lawrence Public Schools and on behalf of Program Director Joe Petrosino, we would like to give a special thank you and a special shout out to our superintendent, Jeff Riley. None of this would be possible without the generosity of Mr. Jeff Riley. So thank you, Jeff. We appreciate it. We love having you as our superintendent. 8 minutes to go. Parthum Panthers in the driver's seat. Here comes Vasquez. Vasquez going to the basket, and it's blocked. What a block there by LeBoy. LeBoy doesn't have the greatest height, but he goes up, and he comes up with a nice block. And I'm joined once again by Joe Petrosino here on the broadcast. And Joe, Mr. Riley, very generous helping us out and making this event possible.
Yes, you know, I have to say, he's been very generous to us. He's been, you know, he's allowed us to have this tournament here and to, you know, give us the funds that we need to get this going. He's very pro athletics, which is fantastic because we all know these kids really need to be off the streets playing and getting involved in athletics.
Absolutely. Student athletes in the city of Lawrence, they're very fortunate to have a lot of people behind the scenes who really have their backs.
Wow, what a play. That kid's unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, that's Nathan LeBoy for you. We mentioned earlier, especially on the girls' side, it's not uncommon to see a freshman come onto the varsity team and really contribute. I should say the year before last, because now the fall season is over, but Aria Tate, girls basketball player, varsity team, she came on and she was a star as a freshman for head coach Dan Bluen.
Yeah, she came on like a wildfire. She was very good last year. We knew she was going to be successful, and we look forward to watching her play in the future for Lawrence High School. I'd like to shout out, to a couple boys who are actually playing for the varsity boys team this year from the Weatherby School. And I'll be honest with you, this program's only going to get better with the help of the intramural department. And I know that these coaches recognize that and understand that, because earlier today Dan Bluen was here watching the girls, and we have Ray Nunez right now actually officiating this game.
Yeah. That must be fun for him. Not only is he getting to referee, enjoy a little time off and hanging out, with these excellent ball players. You think he's doing any scouting out there while he's refereeing?
I'll be willing to bet he is.
Yeah.
If he isn't, he better start, because
yeah.
There's a lot of talent out there.
There's a lot of talent, a lot of size out there on the court for these middle school boys here. Parthum, hopefully, at least from their perspective, they are hoping to walk away with the championship. They are up 51-37 here with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
I'll tell you right now, both these coaches are class acts. I know them personally, and I know that they're all about sportsmanship, and they're all about working hard and doing well in school.
53-37 our score, just over 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Tell us maybe a little bit about the trophies, these trophies that these students absolutely covet. Do they have a name? Do they have any special story behind them?
Mr. Lachai, the athletic director, will go, he orders all the trophies, but on the trophies it usually says 2015 Intramural basketball champions. We don't put the name on the trophy because we never know who's going to win.
Right.
Today was pretty much an upset with the girls. The Guilmette upset the Parthum, and what a fantastic game that was.
That was just an unbelievable game here. I just could not believe the 2 point guards for those teams. We had Victoria Morales on one side and Enriquez for the Guilmette. Man, those two girls, they just went back and forth, did an excellent job handling the basketball, and there weren't many turnovers.
I'll tell you right now, Dan Bluen must be watching them like a hawk.
Yeah.
Because those are two girls that he really should be coveting.
I got a moment to talk to the father of Victoria Morales, and he is one proud parent. Obviously, a little bit disappointed, perhaps bummed out because his daughter in the Parthum school didn't come up with the win. But both of those girls, they have real bright futures, and it's nice for them to have the experience of playing here on their home high school court.
Yes, I'll tell you, it's really good to see the parents come out and cheer for their children. I know when the Guilmette celebrated, there were a lot of parents that came out and hugged their children and hugged the other children and hugged the coaches. And really, that's what this is all about. It's all about family. It's all about students. It's all about being active and participating. It's really good to see these parents active and involved.
Of course, of course. LeBoy can't make that second free throw. It's 54-37 going down the home stretch here at Lawrence High. 4 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Parthum's in the driver's seat for now. That's a nice baseline teardrop shot. Beautiful play.
Listen, I'd like to take this time to thank you and all the LPS media for having me on and talking with me and giving me a chance to talk up my program. I know, you're taking time out of your valuable day and probably time with their children, and I just want to thank you all for being here.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much. I mean, it's a very nice opportunity. It's really a privilege to be able to broadcast all these games. Sure, guys like you and me, we get all the FaceTime here on camera, but it really wouldn't be possible without our student staff. And our staff is about 99% students. We have 1 or 2 supervisors here. We have students running the cameras. We have students producing. We have students directing. And although they may not get on camera, they're very proud of the work that they do behind the camera.
They do a fantastic job. I'm very proud of them, and I'm very grateful for it, too.
Just over 4 minutes to play now until trophy time. LeBoy passes it down into the corner. He gets it back. And we've got a whistle underneath. Time rolling here in between whistles.
This competition is very stiff. I'll tell you, this was probably the first year that there was good parity in both leagues.
Yes.
There was no clear-cut champion. There was no, no team better than the others. And I'll be honest with you, the Methuen teams did really well in this league. But, I also say I'm very glad that there's 2 Lawrence Public School teams in the finals.
Absolutely.
They deserve it.
How do you feel about the pace of this game? I mean, these guys, they just do not want to stop. They're running back and forth, not really sacrificing any fast break opportunities. And just as I say that, we have long passes up the court. Just is that something they're coached? Is that just their young kids who are excited? Because the pace of these games is just unbelievably fast.
I'll tell you, we spoke about emulating the high school team, and I know that's what Ray Nunez likes to do with his team. He likes to push the ball. Because, our kids, we may not have a lot of height, but we have a lot of speed, a lot of heart, and, we're not afraid to dribble that ball and run up the court. And, yes, it is about coaching. I think both coaches want to push the ball and try to catch the other team off guard and, score the easy basket. But I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
These kids are in great shape, so there's no easy basket.
And do you notice the Methuen teams playing any sort of different style?
To be honest with you, yes. I don't think the Methuen team pushes the ball quite as much. They're more about finesse, and they like to shoot. Not to say that our kids don't like to shoot from the outside, but, like you said, they're fast break. They like the fast break. They like to push the ball. I think, there's some similarities and there are some differences. And the biggest difference, like you said, is that we like to push the ball.
That was Angel Vasquez for the Guilmette right there. Angel Vasquez with an and one, finishing off the 3-point play as the Guilmette is trying their best here to get back into this ball game. It's 59-43 with under 3 minutes to go in the season. Nice block there.
Talking about the coaches again real quick. Right now, Eric Garcia has 3 kids waiting to go in. Gannon Paris has 2 kids ready to go in. I know they're not starters, but these are kids that probably put their time in. And this is a class act by both coaches. This is what I'm talking about when I say we have great coaches, because they understand what this is about. They understand it's about getting kids playing time, giving them a chance to play on the court, where hopefully they'll go to high school. And it's not only them, all our coaches do the same thing.
Absolutely. I mean, I have to say, we were all middle school kids at one point, and for me personally, playing intramural basketball in middle school was just an absolutely great opportunity. Paved the way to allow me to play 4 years of YMCA basketball in high school. So I can even speak from firsthand experience how much I had fun doing just this.
This is sort of an adrenaline rush for myself before the game begins.
Yeah.
Getting everything ready, making sure everything's the way it should be, and then watching these kids get, prepare and watching them play. This is fantastic. This is one of those days that, it makes you happy that you're involved in something like this.
Definitely. Got some substitutes into the ball game here, as you said. These coaches letting everyone play. The game seems to be in hand for the Parthum, although you never quite know. 3 ball, no good, off the back rim, rebound attempt, no good, and we have a jump ball underneath. It'll remain Parthum basketball via the possession arrow. Joe, thanks again for joining us. As I said, you're always welcome here on LPS Media.
Thank you very much, and thank you for everything you guys do. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. That once again was Joe Petrosino, Program Director, joining us here on the LPS Media broadcast. Outside shot, no good, off the back rim. Rebound goes to the Guilmette. Underneath on the other side, Guilmette picks up 2. 1 minute to go now before it is trophy time. Parthum leading 59-45. 47.3 seconds remaining on the clock. Score, Parthum 59, Guilmette 45. Excellent to see these youngsters get some great experience here in front of their family and friends towards the end of this ball game. 40 seconds to go now. That's a nice outside shot for the Parthum, makes it 62-45 with 30 seconds to play. Here's Vasquez. He gets fouled here. 27.8 now on the clock. Vasquez will get to the line. First free throw, good for Angel. Guilmette doing their best here to cut into the lead. Nice job at the free throw line for Angel Vasquez. Here comes Vasquez again. He gets to the basket, can't get the finish here. About 12 seconds to go in the season. Parthum up, 62-47. The cheerleaders have the countdown going. Only moments away. The Guilmette gets a basket here at the end, but that's the ball game, folks. The Parthum Middle School are your City of Lawrence Intramural Basketball Champions. Soak it all in. The final score, 62 for the Parthum and 49 for the Guilmette. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you so much for joining us here on LPS Media. The boys intramural basketball champions are the Parthum Panthers. The girls, the Guilmette Middle School, they beat the Parthum earlier, 34-32. We would like to remind you that the spring season is coming up and we will have plenty of boys volleyball action coming up on LPS Media. For all of my staff, for all of my guests, my name is Jay Oza. Thanks for joining us, folks, and we'll see you next time.